Hello, I will be a caretaker of the elderly. I will be talking to a group of caretakers. We have a monthly meeting where we discuss better ways to improve service to the elderly. There's no specific reason that I'm talking, I just thought I had a good idea and everybody should at least try it. And we will be meeting in the company room. A third of our nation over 65 fall every single year. As shocking as that might sound, we can only guess how often our elderly actually fall and just fail to report it. We as caretakers want to help in every single way. One of the best ways is for them to get some of their balance back and possibly even regain some of their cognitive function and better connect with their kids. I spent a lot of time thinking of how we can solve all those problems in a very cost-effective way. I also wanted to find a way that the youngest of children and even teenagers would want to hang out with their grandparents. We all know that our clients feel out of touch and disconnected with their own grandchildren. They also need help with their hand-eye coordination and their reaction timing. There's often times that they're at holiday parties and they just feel out of place. You got the grandkids hanging out with all the other grandkids, the actual kids talking with the other kids of the family, and every now and again you'll have somebody going over to the grandparents or grandparents and having a short conversation with them. They always want their grandkids to call more often, they want their own kids to call more often, so they often feel disconnected and depressed and often at times have very slow reactions. This is especially bad if they're driving still, and with cars going faster off as soon as you hit the gas pedal and the steering wheel being much more sensitive, they just need to have better reaction time when they're driving. And if they're not depressed, they'll be in a better mood, and your body is just healthier when you're in a better mood. The best way to solve that, I think, is video gaming, especially online video gaming. It can break generation gaps and help with hand-eye coordination and reaction timing. It'll help connect the grandparents with their grandkids because there are many easy-to-play games online that you can easily play once a week and not get bored. You just go online, play an hour or so. And it can even help with the friends of the elderly. Like, same reason. Just go online and hang out for a bit. And that will also help with your mental, cognitive functions and many physical benefits. A study at the University of California, NeuroRacer was what it was called, tried to prove this just on its own. So it basically the idea of the game was things were coming at you and you just had to dodge it. It was very easy at first and then progressively got more difficult throughout the game. So as you did better, it got more difficult. And they found within 6 months that people's reaction timing greatly improved. So that is definitely a highlight. And then we got the Wii system, where they have very basic games where you have to move very little, but even a little movement will help out many physical things of the body. And then another study at Southern Kentucky State University had a gaming group and then a group that just watched TV, like everyday life. And they found that the gaming group actually did have better moods in a very quick time because you're meeting with people, you have a reason to wake up. People like hanging around with people, other people. Humans are very social beings. There has been a big movement to have even Wii bowling leagues in many nursing homes. And this will just, it helps out everybody. They all have a meeting and competition, even little rubbing competition is always fun. And then there was the Atlantic Rehabilitation Institute in New Jersey. They use the Wii gaming system to rehab motor function of people that were in accidents so they can have motor function again. There are a couple of problems with this, however. You do have to have a lot of games. You have to have an ever-changing game lineup to really have improvement. Otherwise, you just get conditioned to it and it becomes repetitive. So you want a lot of variety. And we don't know if it actually wards off Alzheimer's, but we are pretty sure that it will at least slow the function, but we definitely don't think it will actually ward off Alzheimer's. So not all the cognitive functions are really all that much better. Like I said, there's one way to do it. The bowling groups where massive amounts of people bowl, and it's a very simple thing, especially on the Wii. The controller's what, 5 ounces? And then, so that'll bring people together. There will be competition, and friend groups always form in that kind of situation. And it's definitely much better than what we have now in many nursing homes, where it's people just sitting around, crocheting, reading books, hanging out by themselves. So we all want to reconnect the elderly and reduce their depression and increase many physical and mental functions. And overall, I think just a better quality of life. And as caretakers, it is our job to keep our elderly the most comfortable and healthy we can. And this includes the emotional sides of everything. Balance is a big gain. It can only improve their lives and making our jobs just a little bit more simple. So I want us all to try. There are so many ways to get this ball rolling. This is a very great idea, very cheap. Facebook has games. If nobody really wants to do too much movement, sometimes our elderly cannot. But then the Wii system is relatively cheap. Games are relatively cheap, and it just helps out everybody. We should try it. Thank you.